What's up, guys? So today we're doing the Scarlet and Violet May market update, starting with all the booster boxes. So Scarlet and Violet base set it is up on the month. Started around $90. It's up to around 94 now. So like 5% move, something like that. And yeah, if we look at the 3 month chart, it is starting to gain some traction. So that's a good sign. Moving up next, we have Paldea Evolved, which has made a big move. It was about 110 a month ago. Now it's up to 124. Yeah, I mean, everyone's been pumping Paldea Vault. You can see confirmed sales 128, 127.95 if we want to be technical. But yeah, Paldea Vault has made a huge move this month. Up next, Obsidian Flames hasn't really moved much, up a tiny bit. Again, Obsidian Flames is kind of a trash set, but the players want it because it's got some playable cards in it. So, it's got some value there, but definitely not something I'm looking to invest in right now. Up next, Paradox Rift. This thing is moving as well. 97.50 around a month ago, now up to a little over $100. Breaking through that point is definitely a good sign. And again, if we look at a longer chart, not going back to when it was released, but around February is around $90. So up over 10% since its low point a couple months ago. Next up, we have Temporal Forces, which is actually making a move as well. It was about 102, 103, now up to over 106, pushing 107. Confirmed sales every day. Today, 108.49 and 107.97. So pushing 108, almost 110. Temporal Force is definitely a popular set. Then we'll look at some of the specialty set stuff. So the Pokemon Center 151 ETBs haven't really done too much. And again, this is kind of par for the course of a specialty Pokemon Center ETB. They were down to around $82, now over 100, so slow move up, and you can see they're selling fairly regularly for $110. The regular ETBs sell more often, and these have been on a move over the past couple months. If we look at the 1 month chart, it is up. It was around $59.50, now over $62 towards $63, and confirmed sales today for $64.99. So definitely, the 151 ETBs, we haven't got restocked, at least a lot of places with these. No confirmed reprints, and these will continue to rise until we get information like that. And then the 151 UPCs, again, these have been slowly moving up as the months go by. And over the past month, it started around 106. Now it's up to 111, so $5 move there. And again, confirmed sales yesterday for 112.48 and 100, and then today for 112.48. Finally, Paldea Evolved. These are the specialty Pokemon Center ETBs. Again, came out the gate hot, came down to around $70, and they've been fairly flat over that 6 month portion. Again, if you look at the 1 month chart, not a ton of movement either. Confirmed sales fairly regular for $71.99. The regular ETBs have been on a downwards trend over 3 months, and if you look at the 1 month chart, again, not a ton of movement. They are selling pretty much every day for around $40 right now. Then I wanted to look at just the cards in each set also. This is base set here. Obviously nothing major is moving. The Miriam's over $30 now. Gardevoir's at 26. You have the Miraidon at $17. So, nothing major from this set is moving. But definitely, we should keep our eyes on Miriam in the future, as well as this Gardevoir. And then moving up next, we have Paldea Evolved. Magikarp sitting steady around $100. Iono at 76. Raichu now pushing 40, Tyranitar over $34, Qianpao 27.70. So a lot of these are making movement. It's good to see that the Magikarp is holding steady. It's down a couple percentage points over the past couple months, including this month. It's taken a big toll from its high, but holding steady around that $100 mark. It is selling now at $90. That was a mildly played holofoil though, so something to keep our eye on if it can hold at $100. The Raichu, however, over the past month has moved from 24 up over 40, so a massive move for this Raichu. And daily sales, right? Yesterday, 41.20, and today at $40 as well. And then finally, the Tyranitar moving from around $20 up to around $34, $35, so 75% move here as well. And confirmed sales today, $32.90 and $29.99. So massive move again on the T-Tar. Very cool card. It's not surprising that this made a move also. Next up, Obsidian Flames. We're going to kind of just brush over this very quickly. Again, some of these cards have value just because they're playable, right? Like the Pidgeot EX and some of the Charizard cards. Umbreon Stamp promo has dropped below $40. The Charizard is below $50 still as well. So not too much promising from Obsidian Flames there. Next up, we have, what set is this? Paradox Rift. Okay, so Roy and Moon, $56. The Groundon has made huge moves up to 46. Iron Hand still, again, very playable, 28.86. Iron Valiant below $28 now at Altaria, 25.88, and Garchomp is over $20. Again, when we look at some of these cards, the Groudon has made a huge move over the past 3 months, and if we look at the past month specifically, it's gone from a little over $30 to up to around 45. So 50% move-ish for the Groudon over the past 30 days. Confirmed sale today at $52.50 as well. After that, we have the Steelix, actually, which I thought was an interesting card. This is one of my favorite, not the top card, but favorite IRs from Paradox Rift. Over the past month, it seems fairly flat, but again, if we look at the 3-month chart, it is starting to move a bit, like 10-20%. I would keep an eye on this card. I wouldn't be surprised if it eventually moves up to like $20-ish. But for now, just a cool artwork as well. I figured I'd throw it in here because it is making, a move over the past couple months, and it's something we should keep our eye on over the next couple months as well. Next up, we have Temporal Forces. A lot of these cards are coming down. The Iron Crown is just over 60 now. Basically, fighting with Raging Bolt at this point for first place, which isn't surprising. When this set first came out, I did think that the Bianca could have been much higher, but out of the other cards, Raging Bolt, especially the IRs or the SIRs with the dogs and stuff, I did think Raging Bolt was going to be one of the top cards in the set, so it's not surprising now that it's basically fighting for first. And I imagine Raging Bolt will overtake Iron Crown eventually. Morty's Conviction down to $45. Walking Wake right around that same point. Gouging Fire under 40 now. And Iron Leaves under 40 as well, down to $36.69. Bianca and Area around $30 a piece. And then Prime Catcher, which I imagine is playable. And Iron Boulder is under $20 as well now. Ghastly still holding strong around that $18, $19 mark. And then Salvatore over 15 is a good sign as well. And then you have some of the gold cards. Gengar Full Art around $10. Nothing too crazy. A lot of the top cards are still losing value, so we're not going to go too deep into some of these cards. But good to see Raging Bolt holding around $60. I think that's a good sign. And Walking Wake as well around 45 is pretty decent also. Next up, Pokemon 151. Charizard's holding over 100 at 113.88. Blastoise 45.43. Venusaur's drop below 40 to 39.48. Zapdos is actually very close at 38.83. The Charizard Full Art at $32 is crazy to me, but whatever. Alakazam, awesome card, favorite Pokemon, 28.04. The Charmander's up there, Squirtle and Bulbasaur, the 3 original starters, all over $20 there. Charmeleon, Blastoise EX. So, 151, solid set, but it's good to see the top card is holding over $100 right now. And then finally, we have Paldean Fates. Not too much going on in this set other than, the Mew is making some small moves here. Charizard's holding over $100. The Gardevoir at 46.68. And then, some of these shinies, which again, I'm not crazy about shinies. I think some of these values on the cards, like the Pikachu, the Charmander, to me, it's kind of insane that they're worth that much. But, some people like them, so fair enough. I'm not a huge fan. I do love this Mew, though, which, if you look at the last month, has gone from around $85 up over $90. So pretty decent move there. What is that, like 6%, 7%, something like that. Very cool card. I wouldn't be surprised if at some point this card breaks $100. I really wouldn't. You can see the Near Mint Holofoil listed for over $100 now at this point. Very cool card. This was the card that, basically convinced me to buy the Pokemon Center specialty ETBs and just, at least have a little investment into the set. And when you look at the cards, like, maybe it is underrated, right? Like the Charizard's holding over 100. Definitely one of the cooler Charizards we've seen in a long time. Much better than the Obsidian Flames Charizard. I'm not sure where exactly that was at over here. Definitely better than this one, in my opinion. But yeah, we'll see what happens to the Mew. And then the Charizard again, yeah, just holding over $100 was the last thing I wanted to point out. If it holds over 100, that's definitely a good sign. And then obviously the Gardevoir EX is probably, most people's favorite SIR Gardevoir at this point. It makes sense why it's worth the most and worth more than the base set one, which is only about $26 or so. So that's going to be the end of the video. There's your guys' update. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for leaving likes on the video, comments. Affiliate links in the description if you're shopping on Hobbiesville, eBay, TCG Player, wherever. So if you use those, I really appreciate that as well. With that said, thank you so much for watching. Stay safe wherever you are in the world, and I'll catch you in the next one.